What's up YouTube? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today's video is going to be an update on a video I made about a month and a half ago, and it was called Car Prices Are Going Down. Now I got a lot of kickback from that particular video because people are like, what are you talking about? Prices are going up, you're smoking crack, blah, blah, blah. So I figured today I would do an update and I'd also give you a breakdown of how it actually all works. So this way you guys understand it a little bit better and how I could see prices are going down, because a lot of the comments that I saw were a lot of retail customers. So I'm going to explain how auction prices go from one spot to another as it goes down to the retail market. Now, before I get into the video, if you could do me a huge favor and gently squeeze the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it helps me find more amazing people like yourselves that enjoy automotive content. Also, if you consider subscribing, we are posting 3 times a week, so make sure you do. Click the notification bell to be notified of all of our great stuff coming up. And once again, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We post a bunch of great stuff there. We just got off a new rally. It was a blast. I'm going to post a video about that a little bit later on this week. So as you guys know, part of our 40,000 subscriber celebration is we're actually giving away consultation calls. So for the last few weeks, we've been giving out calls, as a thank you to you guys. We truly appreciate it. Our channel's growing. We're meeting a lot of really great people, and I want to give back to the actual community. So I want to thank you guys so much, and we're going to go ahead and pick the winner right now. Now I'm going to show you guys the highly scientific method I use to pick out the winners. So what we do is we go to our YouTube comment section, and then I scroll up and down and then basically stop and put my finger down, and that's how we pick the winner. So oops, let me go back to the app here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to scroll up and down, we're going to pick the winner right now. All right, and the winner is Mr. Carl Fry with a comment of winner, winner, chicken dinner, which was dead on. Thank you so much, Carl. Make sure that you email us at lucky@automotive.life to win your prize. Make sure you call us up. I'm going to comment on that particular ad as well, so this way you guys can find us. And as you guys know, about 2 weeks ago, we gave out a call and the customer never answered back. So what we're going to do is, we're going to give every new winner 1 week to answer the call, because there's a lot of people that comment every week that are watching faithfully. So we want to reward those people. So you have 1 week to claim your prize. If you don't, then we're going to go ahead and move on to a new person. So the other person, like I said, it's been about 2 weeks. They never respond to us. So we're actually going to go ahead and pick out another winner today. So let's get back on the phone here. And the next winner is Anthony Saldana with the comment, "Where's the Pikachu?" Once again, congratulations, Anthony. Make sure you reach out to us at lucky@automotive.life or Instagram, which one's easier for you, to claim your prize. And I want to thank you guys so much. The comments and everything have been overwhelming, and we're going to go ahead and keep it going. We're going to do another one again this week. So if you want to put anything down in the comment section below, I'd buy that for $1. Toast. You want to put something hilarious? I don't even care. I truly appreciate it. It's been great, guys. Thank you guys so much. Without any more shameless plugging, let's get into the video. Now, like we stated before, we went over this video about a month and a half ago, and we posted, we're seeing about a 1 to 3% weekly decline in prices. And we were going over how the numbers are working and how prices are coming down across the board. And we got, like I said, a lot of kickback and everything else. So I'm going to explain kind of reasons why I came up with those numbers, how I came up with everything, and share that information with you guys. So the first thing is back when we did that video, we had probably, I'd say, close to about maybe 300 to 500 cars running here in Vegas locally. So we're just going to put 300 to 500 cars, okay? So as you guys know, it's supply and demand. If the supply is low, demand is high. Well, what's happening now is all these dealers and auction houses and some of these banks, they want so much money for their cars that these 300 cars, let's say half of them sell. There's another 100 that don't. They're going to go back to the auction. Every week there's another 50 to 60 added on that are not selling, and it's growing that number. As of today, we have 1,500 to 2,000 cars running every single week. Now, it's not a massive jump, but it is pretty significant, because this basically shows that the market is recovering, that there's more and more cars being traded in. A lot of the banks had programs about the stimulus where they weren't allowed to repo people's cars. Well, guess what? Repos are up. People are trading in their cars. As we know, stimulus and unemployment ended, so therefore more cars are going to be going back up to auction. They're going to be for sale on Craigslist, Facebook, OfferUp, all those things, and the market's going to start getting more cars in there, which is little by little going to bring the price down. So once that supply gets filled up, like I said, demand's going to go down a little bit. Now, unfortunately, I'm going to talk about the dealers. A lot of dealers have this need to fill their lot. I got to fill it. I got to keep it, filled. You can't sell from empty shelves, which is complete bullshit. If you have a 30 car lot and you have 20 cars on there, that's okay. Even if you have 15 cars on there, that's okay. If you're a dealer watching this, I'd rather have you have 10 to 15 decent priced cars than 30 overpriced cars that you're going to be buried in, because as this supply starts to get bigger, the demand is going down, and we've already seen it. We've watched sales slowly decline because, the people don't have the big down payments like they had. That stimulus money, people are double dipping on unemployment, they're working on cash on the side, whether it was their side hustle or they had OnlyFans going or something else. I mean, people were making a lot of money that normally traditionally didn't do that. So now that that money's gone, the prices are going to start, like I said, going down because the demand is basically dwindling. And then, like I said, all these people are going to start selling their cars because they have no choice. They got to pay their bills, so all these cheap cars are going to flood the market hopefully soon. Won't be very quickly. Like I said, it's going to take about a month or two to go through it, which I'm going to explain how the whole book thing works and how we come up with the pricing on why cars are actually going down. But I just wanted to give you guys kind of a generic conclusion. Now, one of the things that we've been watching is my friend. We've been trying to buy a 2018 Toyota Tacoma for him, crew cab 4x4, for the last about 3 months. And that's how I started basing some of my numbers. I've been looking nationwide. Now, when I started this journey about 90 days ago, the average one was about $36,000 to $37,000, which retail was probably around, I don't know, I'm going to say about 41K. So we've been searching for quite some time, trying to find something that had, under 50,000 miles, 4x4, blah, blah, blah. And we were looking for a specific model and we just couldn't find it. Everything was so overpriced. We wanted to pay under $35,000. But like I said, at the time, the auctions, they were $36,000 to $37,000. Now, when I say $36,000 to $37,000, we are talking about MMR pricing. MMR pricing is the price that we use at the auction as dealers. Customers and retail people have no idea what we're talking about. So right underneath here, I'm going to put the 36 to 37,000. So we started this journey, like I said, about 90 days ago, and everyone we were looking at was about $36,000 to $37,000. Now that was with over 50,000 miles. Some of these cars had 60,000 miles and they still wanted these pricing. So we waited, like I said, and just cautiously looked every week, took our time, looked for the right deal, and eventually they started going down. The ones that had high miles went down first. The second one that started going down were the cars with lower miles. Finally, we bought one with 20,000 miles for $32,000. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're like, wow, he waited 90 days to save a few $1,000s. Well, here's the thing. MMR is auction price. This is what, like I said, us dealers pay. And then we have the next one, which is Kelly Blue Book Wholesale and Black Book Wholesale. These are what most banks use to give you the loans. So let's just say this car is $36,000 to $37,000. Kelly Blue Book Wholesale is probably going to be maybe $38,000 to $41,000. And then we're going to move on to Kelly Blue Book Retail, NADA, and Black Book. And we're going to say that the retail on this car is maybe $42,000 to $43,000. Now, don't quote me on this because I just kind of did this on the fly. It may be a few bucks off, but the reason I'm showing you this is because the first thing to update, the fastest thing to update is MMR. We get weekly updates on what auction pricing is very, very quickly. So that's why when I say that prices are going down, I can see it in MMR and we can track the numbers through that. But you as a retail customer never get to see that. And I'm going to explain how this trickles down. So what happens is MMR gets updated, like I said, weekly with every auction purchase. As the demand goes down and the supply goes up, little by little, MMR creeps down. Now we're going to go to the banks. The banks are the second one to catch up. It usually takes about a month for them to catch up to where we're at. So you're looking at, you know, if this drops to 32, I bet you within the next 2 to 3 weeks, this is probably going to drop down to 35 to 36,000. So they're going to lose $2,000 to $3,000 off of this one. And then the very last one to update is Kelley Blue Book Retail and NADA. So from start to finish, you're looking at about a 90-day window from MMR to Kelley Blue Book. Now this is why a lot of you guys haven't seen the price drop, because as a dealer, if the prices are dropping here, but I could still get $40,000 retail, I'm gonna sell that car for as much as I can because I got this 90-day window before the books update, before I have to sell it for what it is. And that's where you guys are seeing the high demand, because now cars are getting a little bit cheaper, not much, but just very little. Banks are still giving us decent money, and then retail, we can still get all the money for it. Now, you know, with this particular system, there's no real way to kind of work it. You just kind of buy it at auction, work it as you go. But it's so, like, if you're a dealer and you buy a bunch of cars overpriced, you have a 90-day window to get rid of those cars. So that's almost like a buffer. So basically prices are going to go down. Retail, these prices, you won't see these go down for probably another 30, 45 days. And this will probably mirror this, which will mirror that, and then it'll all start trickling down. So that's when I say when prices are dropping, I'm talking about auction prices. Because like I said, retail-wise, they're going to stay up for a little bit until the banks force them to bring it down. So pretty much the banks determine everything. Now here's another crazy thing. MMR is owned by Mannheim, which is owned by Cox Automotive. Kelley Blue Book is owned by Cox Automotive as well. And same thing with Retail Book. So all these things are owned by Cox Automotive. It's almost like a monopoly. They can tell you how much you're gonna buy the car for and how much you're gonna sell the car for. So you have one company telling you what the actual vehicle value of everything is, which is crazy. So just keep that in mind, because this is, I think, a monopoly, but then again, you know, who am I? I'm just some clown on YouTube that's just talking about car stuff. But this is why I tell people you gotta be very, very careful. And also a lot of people mistake things, you know, we talk about dealers and also people. If you buy a car for MMR, it does not mean that Kelley Wholesale Blue Book is gonna be more. I've seen a lot of people screw up with this. I've seen people pay $30,000 for a car and then Kelley Wholesale Blue Book is $29,000 because maybe the car is popular at auction and a lot of people are overpaying for it. So then sometimes the book works behind you. This one won't pick up till next month, so now you gotta buy the car, wait a month, hopefully the book picks up here so you could sell it for more. If not, you're gonna have to get a big down payment to offset your costs to show that you're not upside down in the vehicle. So dealers have the same problem with customers when it comes to overpaying for cars as well as being upside down in their vehicles. Now in the next 90 days, you're gonna see a lot of dealers upside down in their cars. You know, a lot of the traditional banks are not lending as much because they're preparing for basically the fallout. A lot of people are scared about the economy because, like I said, the tax season is gone. I mean, excuse me, the tax money is slowly coming out. The stimulus money is absolutely gone. A lot of people are in unemployment and they're not going back to work. So a lot of people are closing down. So they're starting to tighten those restrictions because they're bracing for a all-out fallout. Now, it's probably gonna go down maybe 10, 15%, you know, with bank loans and deficiencies and stuff like that, which is not a huge deal for like the economy itself, but for lending, it's really bad because that's the difference between you having a 650 and getting a $30,000 car and a 650 credit score getting a $25,000 car. So there's gonna be some discrepancies of how they're gonna kick back and how they're gonna hedge their bets on making sure that they still always stay in the green, that they offset their losses. So this is always a floating scale. It's gonna move back and forth. Now, I wanted to show you guys this, like I said, because, you know, not a lot of people talk about this stuff, and it's something that I think that everybody should know about how it works. So when I made this video, we were here. Now we're somewhere almost here in the middle. So you're gonna start seeing prices going down. And you could literally, if you screenshot stuff, and do this on this video too, screenshot how much cars are, and then come back in a few days. I'll put a screenshot up, I think here, of what MMR was on that car, you know, what it is today, just to show you guys the difference of how much it's dropped and how significant of a savings that is just from waiting a few days. So back then when I made the video, I told a lot of you guys, don't buy any new cars. If you want to buy for yourself, you want to buy for Turo, your dealership, whatever else, wait till after like the middle of October, because like I said, the unemployment stops, a lot of the restrictions are being lifted, and the economy is going to show its true colors towards the end of October and November. And more than likely, it's not going to be very good. So a lot of people are going to get scared, and it's panic sale. They're just going to dump stuff. Dealers are going to take cars to the auction, dump that, and you're going to get a 5 to 8%, maybe even a 10% savings, which will be huge. Because like right now, cars are so overpriced, it's ridiculous. If you haven't watched my video on how I bought my new car, I literally had $35,000 in fake equity in my car. I bought it for a year and a half, drove the hell out of it, sold it for almost $35,000 more than when I bought it because the demand went nuts. So, don't believe in this false market. Please be careful, take your time, If you have any questions or anything else, put them in the comment section below. We'll try to answer every single one. It's just me, not my staff, so I'm actually responding to each of you guys, which is very cool. And also, tell me some of what you're seeing in your market, because this is a nationwide type of thing, but there's different markets that show different things. So I don't know it all. I just know from what I see from different markets that I'm used to. So if something is different in your market, please share it in the comment section below, because if we share all of our knowledge together, it helps all of us get a little bit better position to either buy a car, build our business, rental car dealership, whatever else the case may be, and we can all grow together. So anyways, thank you guys so much. If you felt like you've learned anything, please gently squeeze the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Like I said, it helps me find more amazing people like you. Once again, please consider subscribing. We post 3 times a week. We're at 43,000. It'd be awesome if we hit 50,000 by the end of next month, which I'll give a massive giveaway if we hit 50,000. And then once again, follow us on Instagram at automotive.life. We post great stuff there. I just got off an exotic car rally. We went from LA to Yosemite back to Vegas, had a great time, great crew. It was a good time. If you haven't been on an exotic car rally or even a rally in general, please go. There's ones for all kinds of stuff. We have ones for BMWs, Mercedes. You have ones for Japanese tuners, classic cars. And one of my favorites is like the bucket rallies, the lemon rallies, where you get a $500 bucket and you drive it across state lines. Hopefully you make it, but some of those things are fun. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.